Right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time and joining us on this webinar, in which myself, Cicero, Guimaraes, and Rutu will be sharing with you some tips on strategies on how you can market your voucher engine. Okay, leverage the engine and drive more revenue to your property. So a little just a little housekeeping before just before we start, just a little bit about ourselves. So as I said, my name is Cicero Guimaraes. I'm head of sales here in New Zealand at STAAH. I've been with the company for just over 2 years here in New Zealand. My background is from hotels. I've been working in hotels for the past 15 years, and also for online travel agents prior to STAAH. Rutu, I will let you introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Rutu, based out of India. I also have a background into hotels, airlines, and travel technology, and happy to be with STAAH for the past couple of months.
Great. So just a little housekeeping before we start our webinar is we would kindly request all the participants to be muted. Please post any comments and questions on the chat feature that you should see on the right hand side of your screen. At the end, we will allow time for questions, so we can answer those questions that you may have. If you face any difficulties with Zoom, please close all the tabs on your browser, so that that helps Zoom to function better. Okay, this webinar has been recorded, and then a presentation will be shared with all of you. So a little bit about STAAH is so basically STAAH is we are 12 years old. Our head office is in New Zealand. However, we do work with over 10,000 properties worldwide, and we pretty happy and glad and proud that we help our properties with channel manager, booking engine, voucher engine, and we've seen a great success with the properties that are using our services. Okay, so a little bit of an ecosystem here is done, so that you can see on the left hand side it will be your property connected to a property management system, and which will be connected to STAAH. And then from STAAH is where everything happens, where we connect you to the entire world. So basically, we connect you to Rate Stock, we connect you to Review Minder, we connect you to the online travel agents, the most common ones. We connect you to Sabre, where you can get your corporate customers. We also connect to your booking engine, which is the on your website, the booking page on your website. We also have instant sites. We also manage reviews, as well as on Review Minder, and obviously you've got your payment gateway connected to your booking engine, and you also have your voucher engine, okay, on your website. So I'll let Rutu start your presentation, and I will be presenting afterwards. All right, I'll hand it over to you, Rutu.
Thanks, Cicero. So hi everyone again. When I was growing up, my dad always wanted me to play a musical instrument, and I was convinced I never had that skill. But no matter how hard I protested, he would happily command me to play something at a family gathering or with his friends. And I would be like this. Cicero, you'll have to jump to the next slide. Yeah, something like this. I know we took time to get here, but this is how I would be, right? Terrible. And but I learned something through this. I realized it's best to start, one step at a time, and every skill can be acquired. and it's a growth process, right? We just have to learn to make small adjustments, okay? Small adjustments to achieve whatever objective it is that you define for yourself or for your company. So even with the voucher engine tool, we are going to help you achieve that, okay? So what are the things that we'll cover? Let's have a look at the agenda.
You want to just go to the next page? Yep.
Yeah, just a look at the agenda, Cicero, before we jump ahead to some trends. So the next one, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Cicero. So the idea about this webinar today to cover is, what are some hotel statistics we've been watching for the past couple of months? What are some industry statistics? How can STAAH play a role in helping you get some of that share? And how can you measure what activities you're driving, right? And how is it that we can help you with that? Okay, and besides that, what are some other uses of the voucher engine that we've got? Okay, so in 2020, Cicero, you can jump to the next slide. So in 2020, we've seen hotels purely on the voucher engine book about $500,000 in revenue. Yeah, in this year, right? It's brilliant given the current situation. And if you see on the next slide, you'll see an important trend. There's an interesting Chinese proverb that says that traveling 1,000 miles is a better way to learn and understand the world than reading thousands of books. Okay, and I think that's coming out to be true in what we see as a statistic. Experience is proving to be a key motivation for traveling today. So, according to the Focusrite study, experiential tourism, we've seen it on the rise in the past couple of years, and it is targeted to be at 183 billion globally today and beyond. It's just going to grow. So, according to another report, more travelers today are balancing their itineraries with a mix, okay, of classical sightseeing and unique local experiences. So cultural emotions, right, like food tours, cooking classes, all of that are on the rise. So how can a hotel take advantage of that? Okay, so what we recommend on the next slide is that you partner with local operators. Okay, beyond just offering stay, it's better to curate offerings that have a punch of local flavor. So they don't just help enhance your stays. You could also build an allied revenue, not just for yourself, but also for, let's say, your city. You set it up, partner with agencies that offer some kind of experiences like that. So if you're based in Kerala, for example, in India, that place has a bunch of backwaters. If you're situated in a place that has wineries, you could partner with an experience there. So once you create something like that, make sure your hotel website is displaying it. Okay, so for example, if you see on the next slide, we've got one partner that's put it up in the navigation and in the menu. So make sure that the voucher bookability is prominent, and who decides what's your homepage today, right? It's not just that your homepage is necessarily your homepage. Google will throw up an insight page, contact us page, any page. So you make sure that it's not just prominent on the homepage, but it's easy navigation pretty much from any page that you land into. Okay. Of course, when you start, you can go to the next slide, Cicero. Thanks. So of course, when you start, you lay out multiple offers. Okay, this cash vouchers, you could do stay vouchers, stay with food and experiences. So as you go along, you will be able to know what's working and what's not. So make consistent progress as you go along, right? Consistency is key. So keep at it. Okay, use interesting imagery to show up packages for a consumer. For example, here this one hotel's put up a stay clubbed in with a bike tour. Okay, so when you hit on let's say buy now from this page, it lays out the details for you on the next page. Okay, and you'll see that on the next slide. But let's also understand, and all these details will come up here and you can book. But let's even look at how do you set it up at the back, right? If you jump into your voucher engine, how do you build such a package? Okay, so if you see here, you can have very simple to do. It's a very straightforward, literally child's play is what I call it. But you get in, add a new package, lay out your details in terms of package name and all of that. But then use the additional information. So you have, detailed package information, the block you can see on the right. Whatever you've partnered with as an experience, let's say, you plug that entire itinerary in. And then make sure that you check how your voucher is going to appear. So do a test transaction. Okay, so when you do a test transaction, you'll be able to exactly figure out what's the kind of voucher the customer is receiving. Is he getting all the details? So do a check for that. Okay, and then measure. Okay, so this is what, make sure your voucher is appearing all correct, and then measure. Right, it's always good to connect the dots, right? So Peter Drucker's important quote: "You can't manage what you can't measure." Right. So we help you measure that. So in case you're looking at how the voucher engine can help you do that, we recommend you utilize the fields that we've got. So you jump into the back end and you see there is on top a tab called Display Settings, under Settings, right? So if you see that, Cicero on the next slide, it would show up the, so you see there's something called the Display Settings. Now you enter this, and then when you click into that, you scroll down, okay? And when you scroll right to the bottom, you will be able to see a couple of fields that can be utilized. For example, you'll see on the next slide, you'll see a Google Analytics code. You see, you can put in your title tags, keywords, your meta description. So use this, okay? Use this to make sure that people are landing on the page. Your analytics code is not just tracking, what the visitors are coming onto your website, but it's tracking through the entire journey. You can know what's converting, what's not. So once you're able to even see what's converting, you can fine tune and finally come back to what you want your offerings to do. Yeah. So besides that, we obviously have a lot of other reports. So this one is going to jump you to you can see what kind of packages are working. Is accommodation working, non-accommodation working, and you can even look at specific packages, right? So if you tie all your visitor journeys with package performance, you can look at package performance. You jump into, for example, here you see the voucher tab, and next to it you see the reports tab. So you jump into the reports tab, you can see package performance, and you'll be able to see what packages that I've curated are finally giving me a kind of output that I need. Okay. So beyond this, what we'll cover is small things that the system can also do, which can be of tremendous value for your loyal guests. Okay? So did you know that you can use the system for complimentary vouchers, right? So let's say that somebody came to your hotel, but had for some reason had a bad experience. You could obviously give them a complimentary meal voucher or a voucher to a particular service that you may have. So use that, right? The system has that functionality. You could use it to build service recovery. And not just that, you may have, it's the world of recognizing your consumer, right? right? So you may have recognized your loyal or your repeat clientele. So you can even personalize their journeys, right? You can use these vouchers to identify them, their anniversaries, birthdays, use them, effectively. So that's also another use that you could plug the system to. So now that we've covered, how the system can help, what some trends are, Cicero is going to walk you through how you can, after you've set it all up, how can you actually use some of the marketing tactics to go out and get that footfall. Yeah, so back to you, Cicero.
All right, thanks, Rutu. Hi, everybody. So what I'll be talking to you all today is how you can leverage your engine on a market perspective and drive a lot more traffic to your voucher engine, and obviously converting those vouchers and generating more revenue. Okay, having the voucher engine just on your website, it doesn't mean that you'll be selling it. Okay, so as you have your property, as you have any product, you need to do a little bit of marketing. So we'll give you some tips on it. So a little bit of agenda. So basically we'll be talking to you about email marketing, okay, which is one of the most effective tools of marketing, Google My Business, digital advertising, and enhancements, and then I'll take you through about on some enhancements to our voucher engine that is coming up, and implementing your perm model. So basically, even today in marketing, email marketing with all, regardless all the channels that you have that you can use to advertise your marketing, your voucher, the email marketing is one of the most effective. Okay, you bring you the best ROI. That's proved, and we have seen the success with some of our customers. Okay, so we'll take you through how to use that. So basically, as you can see here, this is an example of an actual, what we call it, EDM, okay, an email marketing that went out to customers. So what you normally do is you go to your property management system, you pull a report of all the previous customers who have stayed with you, and you can use MailChimp or any other tool to send your EDM. Okay, so things that you need to look at on your EDM when you're coming creating one is be creative and make sure that it's just not an email that is going to land on someone's inbox and going to get deleted. Get some nice pictures. Make it be personalized. Personalize your content. Okay. Understand the kind of customers that come and stay with you, or the kind of customers that you're trying to target, and personalize that content. Okay. Sell the concept of the voucher. So trying to relate the property that you have and the package that you are selling, okay, and put it on your into a concept. Launch some exciting offers. So if you've got a public holiday coming up, or if you've got some new services at the property or something coming up, just launch that on your newsletter, or any news without the region that you are located. Currently there's a lot of restrictions around the world regarding to COVID-19. If those restrictions are easing out on your region, put on your newsletter and invite the customer to stay with you and have a break of the whole stress that we're going through at the moment. Okay, and that will help you. And obviously track your engagement, okay, on your newsletter. As you can see here on the newsletter, right down below there is browse vouchers link tab. When the customer clicks into that tab, that takes the customer straight to the voucher engine. So I'm here, I click on the browse voucher, and then that's the landing page. Okay, so once you're on the landing page, and the customer pretty much will be able to just purchase a voucher. Make it very easy for your customers to find you and purchase. Google My Business listings can link to gift vouchers. Okay, so basically these are the steps that you need to follow. So you sign into Google My Business, that you should have your logins. If you don't, contacting your marketing manager or whoever at the properties was in charge of it when you first set it up. Set up your location. You'd like so set up the location that you'd like to manage. Okay, and the menu, click post and choose COVID-19 support. Okay, so that is when you look Google for your property on your computer, and on the right hand side you've got your Google My Business, and under your photos you've got location, website, directions. So you could also have gift voucher little tab on it. Enter a message for the customers, and at least one link. Okay, and save your changes. Click post. And that's what you would look like. So basically you would have on your Google My Business, you'll be able to engage with the right audience. After doing all your following those steps, you'll be able to engage with the right audience on Google search with free business listing. So basically, as you can see here, you down there you'll be able to see your vouchers. Okay, so basically you on the first picture on your left hand side, you've got you can post photos, offers, reviews, and more. On the middle one, more ways to reach your target audience. Okay, so basically you'll be able to really target and reach those audience a lot more efficiently. And then once you log in, you'll be able to see your performance, your analytics and insights, and see how well you are you're tracking. So another way of maximizing your reach, which is very important these days, is social media. Okay, social media won't only drive traffic to your website, but you will also drive traffic to your voucher engine. How would you do that? By using social media such as Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Click photos with your customers, experience with your customers, and post on your LinkedIn, put the right hashtag, and put the link of your voucher engine in it, and that should drive traffic to you. Okay, there is another way of doing it, is you doing your advertising on Facebook. Obviously, there is some cost involved, but it's not much when you compare to the potential that is out there on a platform for you. And if you do it correctly, you should be able to drive traffic to your engine by targeting the right audience. So basically, once you do your post, okay, on your page, you can go on. So you can boost your post, but get more engagement, as you can see on the third option down on the first slide on the right hand side, and then click on get more engagement, and then on the bottom down here you can actually select learn more, shop now. You can usually really go through those options and really boost your post so more people can see it. Once you do so, you basically just need to follow those simple steps, which is edit your audience, detailed targeting. Okay, so when you edit your audience, pretty much you are selecting the audience based on age group and region. So this is very important. So for example, now the borders are closed, so obviously you are selling your vouchers to your domestic market, right? So you can look at the region that you are at within the country that you're based, what state, what cities are traveling to you the most, and what will you be targeting, what age normally stay with you, and that's how you target them. Okay, also as I said before, so you can target based on demographic and also interest and behavior and more. So there's a whole lot of options on a platform that you can actually select from, and really make sure that the money that you're investing on the marketing, you get the right ROI. Okay, and for further targeting audience, for further you targeting your audience based on specific interests and behavior. So you can see here on the right hand side, frequent travelers and so on, travel consultants, travel coordinators, air travel and so on. So you can really drill down on the way that you are targeting your customers. So basically, you may select local audience or even your own followers. So you could, if you've got enough followers on social media, you could just target your own followers and make sure that they come back. And because on an angel, they can self-purchase a voucher or they can purchase for somebody else. Okay. Also, you can also target them by as you can see here, by the region. You can also select the duration of the days of your campaign, and then also obviously you'll tell you how much it'll cost you. I would highly recommend you guys to try it out, and see what sort of results you get. And obviously, once you do, you select your audience, your age group, and all of that, and the region that you're targeting. You click on boost post now. Some examples here of gift voucher posts. Okay, so as you can see here, it's very engaging, it's catchy, it attracts your attention. So Father's Day is very personalized, pamper your loved ones, you know what I mean. So select some nice photos when you're making a post. Okay, you can find photos online and to make sure that you get attention from your customers on a social media. Okay, and put a nice context, nice texting, so the customer can actually read and get interested on your product. Because at the end of the day, you're selling, you want to sell them as much as possible. A little bit about on upcoming enhancements to the STAAH voucher engine. Okay, so we've got, as you know, here at STAAH we never stop. We're always enhancing our product, and not only the channel manager in booking engine, but also the voucher engine. So currently we are working on the partial redemption of the cash vouchers. So basically, currently, if someone bought up a $200 vouchers, $200 voucher, and they can only sit down, use it once, but as part of our enhancements, that can be partially redeemed. Okay, also enhanced setup wizard, so it'll be a lot easier for new customers to set up. So when you set up STAAH, we send you a form for you to fill up. That will be all electronically done. Okay, and we do have a new image display coming up as well. That is going to make our engine to look a lot more sleek. Also, you will be able to customize your head and footer yourself of the actual PDF voucher when your customer is on the purchasing phase of the voucher on the process. So you see the voucher on the engine, so you'll be able. Currently, we have to do it for you as a customer, but our hotels will be able to do it themselves. Also, something that is very exciting we've been waiting for that for quite some time, is the integration of STAAH voucher engine to STAAH booking engine. So your customers will be able to receive the voucher as a gift and jump on your website if you're using STAAH booking engine and use the voucher for redemption. So a little bit here of our poem is it's very important for you guys is how could your poem help you in advertising greater, help you in driving greater ROI. Okay, so basically is your paid advertisement. Okay, advertise your vouchers on the right channels, and that's what we've just spoken about. Owned website, drive audience to your website, run offers or contacts. Make sure that your website is a port of sale. Make sure that people jump on your website. Don't let them go anywhere else. Also, your earned followers, ask them to or participate in the contest, share the experiences on social media. So make sure people follow you on social media. And how do you do that? So for example, if you've got a nice customer checking out, ask the customer to click a photo with them and post on social media. If your customer has a great experience, take a photo of the customer. If the customer had a great experience in your restaurant, why not take a photo of them while they have the meal and ask for the permission to post on social media? Take photos of the property constantly and post it as well. People want to see that. Okay. And obviously reach out to maximum audience. Okay, make sure that your website reaches out the maximum audience as possible by all the content that you are actually providing. Also, one thing that I have been talking quite a bit with our customers that use our vouchers here in New Zealand is empower your staff to sell vouchers. As you know, you are able to sell vouchers within the extranet. Why not incentivizing your staff? Give them a username, obviously with the right restrictions. Give them a user and tell them every phone call that comes in, anyone inquiring for a voucher, you could either be sending this customer to the website, but why not just selling over the phone and email it through to the customer, and give them incentive for every voucher that is sold. So really empower them to do it. So okay. If you are selling vouchers in any of those platforms, make sure that you replicate your vouchers on your STAAH voucher engine. Grab one, Groupon, Nearby, grab on. So make sure that nothing against having your property out there, because the way I see it, they work just like as an OTA. You pay commission to be listed, and at the end of the day, they're doing marketing for your property anyways. But also, they will also drive traffic to your website, and they'll also to replicate those deals on your website. Okay, sorry. This is one of the 2 resorts in New Zealand that sold more than 15,000 of gift vouchers in a period of 15 days. That was an amazing result that we had here in New Zealand. So I would love to see that. I'd love to see a lot more customers having that sort of results. Okay, and it is possible, and you just need to use the right tools and target the right audience. Okay, and that's what the purpose of this webinar is, to show you how to do it. So just want to say thank you to all of you from me and from Rutu. I believe if you do have any questions, please post it on the comment box, and as we do to have time for Q&A. But thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, and really hope that everything that we've been through here has potentially answered some of your questions, or will help you generating more sales. Anything from you, Rutu?
Thanks, Cicero. I think that was adding a fair bit of value. I think nothing else. Thanks to everyone for coming in, listening. We hope you can imbibe some of these into your website, and yeah, we'll be waiting to see some impact.
Yeah, I really want to wish you all the very best, everybody. So I just want to say thank you so much for your time again. I think we're just gonna finish now the webinar. Just as you know, please follow us on our social media and our blog page. for more engagement with us, and so you can see what how we can help you guys out. But thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. And yeah, you all have a great day.